Chosen ones, even the top demon can't touch you. God sealed a destiny with unbreakable protection. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. Welcome, beloved chosen ones. Have you ever wondered why, despite the storms that rage around you, you continue to stand strong? It's not by chance, it's divine protection. When God seals your destiny, no force of darkness can break through. Even the strongest demons recognize the power that surrounds you and step back in defeat. So, if you've ever felt the weight of spiritual battles, know this: you are covered, shielded, and untouchable under God's mighty hand. Drop a comment below. Have you ever experienced moments where you felt God's undeniable protection in your life? Let's share and uplift one another. 1. God's contract over your life is non-negotiable. You are not simply existing. You were chosen for a divine purpose, and that purpose comes with an eternal promise of protection. This is not a battle where the outcome is uncertain. The victory has already been written in your favor. Imagine a contract, but not just any contract. This is a divine decree that has been etched into the spiritual fabric of existence. There are no loopholes, no amendments, and certainly no power that can overrule what has already been divinely set in motion. Your life is not up for negotiation. It is covered by a spiritual authority that no force can challenge. Every attempt made against you is already accounted for, already neutralized before it even begins. Dark forces will try to shake you, sending distractions, obstacles, and illusions meant to cause doubt or fear. But what they fail to realize is that their efforts are meaningless. They are engaging in a battle they have already lost. Your protection is not a temporary defense. It is a permanent, divine guarantee. What's even more profound is that every attack against you doesn't weaken you. Instead, it strengthens your spiritual armor, reinforcing your position and pushing you even closer to the fulfillment of your divine purpose. The very energy that is meant to break you is transformed into fuel that elevates you. Their weapons are rendered useless, and their attempts only serve to fortify what God has already established for your life. This is not about luck, nor is it about coincidence. It is about spiritual authority, an authority that cannot be questioned, revoked, or overturned. Those who operate in darkness know this, and they fear it. That fear is the very reason why they work tirelessly to distract and discourage, hoping you might forget the power that resides within you. But you must stand firm, unwavering in the knowledge that you are untouchable. Your destiny has been secured by the hands of a higher power, a power that no demon can challenge, no opposition can undo, and no force can override. You walk in a light that darkness cannot comprehend, and because of that, you are not only protected, you are unstoppable. This is your divine truth, sealed in eternity, beyond the reach of any enemy. Stay steadfast, knowing that your steps are guided, your purpose is protected, and your victory is inevitable. Are you ready to embrace the unshakable truth that God's contract over your life is non-negotiable? If so, comment below, "I trust God's plan," to show your commitment to walking in His divine purpose. 2. The battle was over before it began. The battle was over before it even began. From the moment you were chosen, your victory was assured. The forces of darkness may have plotted against you, setting traps and weaving illusions to shake your faith. But what they failed to understand is that you had already won. Your destiny was sealed with unbreakable protection, a divine decree that no force, no matter how powerful or persistent, can override. Every move the enemy makes is destined for failure. They devise plans, whisper lies, and try to manipulate circumstances, but nothing they do will ever stick. Every scheme collapses before it even gains traction. They are caught in an endless cycle of frustration, desperately trying to bring down someone who is shielded by an authority far greater than their own. It is like they are swinging swords at shadows, wasting energy on a battle they can never win. Think about it. Your enemies invest so much time and effort into coming against you, yet their attempts only serve as reminders of their own defeat. They try to stir confusion, but clarity finds you. They try to create fear, but courage rises within you. Every attack they launch is countered by the power that surrounds you, the divine presence that upholds you. They are fighting a losing war, and deep down, they know it. What makes you untouchable is not just your strength or resilience. It is the undeniable truth that your life is anchored in divine purpose. You were set apart before the foundations of the earth were laid. God's hand upon your life is the ultimate seal, one that no demon, no force, and no darkness can break. Your spiritual awakening is the reason they fight so hard against you, but it is also the reason they can never prevail. The enemy's greatest mistake is believing they have a chance. But every time they rise against you, they are met with a wall they cannot cross. Every time they attempt to strike, their weapons turn to dust. They may come in one direction, but they flee in 7, because the power surrounding you is too great for them to overcome. You are not just protected, you are divinely shielded, carried by the very hands of the Almighty. Understand this, the war was never about you alone. It has always been about what you carry, the purpose within you, the light you bring to a world overshadowed by darkness. That is why they fight. But no matter how relentless the attacks, no matter how fierce the opposition, the truth remains unchanged. You are victorious. Not because of anything you have done, but because of the one who goes before you, the one who stands beside you, and the one who has already won the battle on your behalf. So let this be your assurance. You walk in a victory that was determined long before your enemies even thought to rise against you. No demon, no darkness, no force of evil can rewrite the ending that God has already penned. You are chosen, protected, and victorious. Rest in that truth and move forward in the power of your calling. Comment below, "Victory was mine from the start," if you believe the battle was already won for you. 3. Demons can't thrive in the presence of true authority. Demons cannot survive in the presence of true authority. It's not merely that they avoid you, they cannot withstand being anywhere near you because of the immense power you carry. As a chosen one, you do not just walk through life protected, you walk in a level of spiritual authority so great that darkness trembles at your presence. It is as if you carry an impenetrable shield, but even stronger than that, it is an undeniable force, a divine presence so powerful that evil does not merely shy away. It flees in terror. Dark forces thrive in environments filled with chaos, fear, and confusion. That is their breeding ground, the place where they manipulate and deceive. But the moment someone anointed with divine authority steps into that space, everything shifts. The game changes. The darkness cannot maintain its grip when the light of divine presence shines through. As the Bible says in James 4:7, "Resist the devil, and he will flee from you." The forces of darkness are not just inconvenienced by your presence, they are completely overpowered. You carry a spiritual frequency that dark entities cannot tolerate. It is not even a battle, because the fight is over before it even begins. You do not need to struggle or engage in some elaborate spiritual warfare. They flee on their own because they recognize the authority you walk in. It is as if they are allergic to the very energy you radiate. This is the power of divine alignment. This is what it means to be chosen. The moment you step into a room, they already know. They sense it. They recognize who you are and what you carry, and that is why they do not even attempt to attack you directly. It is not merely that you are protected. It is that you are operating under a divine mandate, a supernatural covering that makes any attempt to harm you futile. They know that coming against you is like entering a battle they have already lost. It is not just a matter of protection, it is a matter of divine supremacy. You do not merely survive in the presence of darkness, you disrupt it. You dismantle its strongholds. You unravel its grip on the environment around you simply by being who you are. When you carry the light of divine authority, evil cannot withstand your presence. That authority is not something you earned by human effort. It was granted to you by a power far greater than anything darkness can comprehend. It is written in Luke 10:19, "Behold, I have given you authority to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall hurt you." They keep their distance from you, not because they want to, but because they have no choice. The light within you is too intense, too consuming for them to handle. You are not just walking in protection, you are walking in divine power. You are not merely shielded, you are a force of disruption to the kingdom of darkness. The chosen ones do not cower in fear, they walk boldly, knowing that they have been sealed by God with an unbreakable protection. And because of that, no force in hell can touch them. So stand firm, chosen one. Walk with confidence. Your spiritual authority is not just a defense, it is an unstoppable force. Darkness has no choice but to step aside when you walk in the fullness of your divine calling. As Romans 8:31 declares, "If God is for us, who can be against us? Nothing and no one." You are covered. You are anointed. You are untouchable. If you found these insights enlightening, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue to explore the power of true spiritual authority together. 4. Your soul vibrates on a frequency demons can't perceive. There exists a divine truth that many fail to grasp. Chosen ones operate on an entirely different plane of existence, one so elevated that the forces of darkness cannot even begin to comprehend it. This isn't a battle of equal sides. Rather, it's like trying to tune into a radio frequency that demons and malevolent forces simply cannot access. They remain trapped in the lower vibrations of fear, doubt, and negativity, while your soul ascends far beyond their reach. You are sealed with an unbreakable spiritual protection, an energy so high that no dark force can penetrate it. Think of yourself as a divine beacon, radiating with the power of the Most High, while the enemy stumbles in confusion, unable to grasp your essence. It's not merely about defense, it's about complete transcendence. The wicked ones may attempt to shake the foundations of those who are unaware of their true identity, but a chosen one. You stand behind an impenetrable wall of divine fortification. Their tricks, deceptions, and illusions have no power over you, because they cannot latch on to what they do not understand. To them, you are an enigma, a presence so full of divine light that their schemes disintegrate before they even reach you. This is why their attacks often seem futile, bouncing off without leaving a trace. You have been marked not just for protection, but for ascension, for divine elevation that places you far beyond their grasp. The more they try to approach, the more they realize they are up against something they can neither touch nor comprehend. Darkness thrives on ignorance, deception, and fear, but your very existence shatters those illusions. Where others may falter, you stand unwavering, a glaring spotlight against their shadows. They fear what they cannot control, and since they cannot control you, they retreat in confusion and dread. This is the power of being chosen. Your spirit is wrapped in an unshakable divine force, making you untouchable by the enemy. So let go of fear. Understand that your destiny is already sealed by the hands of the Almighty. No weapon formed against you can prosper, because no weapon can even reach you. You are walking proof that God's power is unmatched, and that alone is enough to send darkness into retreat. Stay strong, keep your spirit elevated, and know that as a chosen one, you are beyond the reach of any force that seeks to bring you down. 5. Your energy is a divine firewall. Demons thrive on fear. It is their most potent weapon, their most effective means of control. They know that if they can instill fear in your heart, they can manipulate your thoughts, your emotions, and your decisions. Fear creates doubt, hesitation, and a crippling sense of powerlessness, exactly what dark forces want you to feel. But here's the truth. Fear has no place in the life of a chosen one. You are set apart, divinely appointed, and protected beyond measure. Because of this, fear does not define you. While others may be consumed by worry and uncertainty, you move differently. You walk in faith, armored with the confidence that your destiny is guided by God's unbreakable protection. Demons cannot manipulate what they cannot intimidate, and that's where their power over you crumbles. It's not that chosen ones don't face adversity. Hardships come, challenges arise, and threats may loom. But the difference is that fear does not govern your decisions. It may try to creep in, whispering doubts, stirring up anxiety, but it never finds a home within you. You recognize it for what it is, a weak attempt to shake your faith. And instead of reacting with fear, you respond with purpose. This is what makes you untouchable. Demons attempt to plant seeds of confusion, despair, and doubt, hoping to disrupt your spiritual awakening. They rely on deception, twisting reality, to make you question your worth and your purpose. But when they see you standing firm, unwavering in your belief, they realize their tactics are futile. Their entire strategy depends on people who are easily shaken. But when they look at you, they see someone walking with divine certainty, someone who cannot be manipulated or controlled. Fear is their weapon, but against you, it is useless. They may try to stir up chaos, but you remain at peace. They may try to instill doubt, but you move with clarity. They may attempt to create obstacles, but you keep walking in faith. And as you do, their power diminishes. The moment they recognize that their tricks hold no sway over you, they have no choice but to retreat. Their control is broken, and their influence fades into nothingness. You are chosen, and because of that, no force of darkness can alter your destiny. Your spiritual awakening has placed a shield around you, one that is unbreakable, forged by the hands of God Himself. No demon, no enemy, no shadow can penetrate it. You are divinely protected, and nothing formed against you shall prosper. When you walk in this truth, you become a force that darkness cannot withstand. Comment below. My energy is a divine firewall, if you are ready to protect your spirit and stand in your divine power. 6. Demons' fear. Your awareness of their manipulations. The moment you awaken to the truth of how dark forces operate, their grip on your life begins to crumble. The enemy thrives in deception, hiding in the shadows, manipulating through fear, doubt, and confusion. These negative forces, whether you call them demons, low vibrational energies, or spiritual adversaries, have one goal: to distort your perception and keep you from realizing the divine power within you. But here's the truth, and let this truth set you free. As a chosen one, you are untouchable. Not because darkness does not try, but because you have something far greater than unbreakable spiritual awareness and divine protection. Think about it. Their power is an illusion. They operate like a magician using sleight of hand, distracting you with fear and lies so that you don't see the truth. But the second you see through the illusion, it collapses. And when their deception is exposed, they lose all control over you. Jesus Himself declared, "Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." John 8:32. That is why chosen ones are dangerous to darkness, because you carry the wisdom to discern falsehood from reality. You are not easily swayed by manipulation. you do not bend under pressure. You see the enemy for what it is, a defeated force grasping at straws. These dark entities work by planting seeds of fear and self-doubt in your mind, hoping you will nurture them with your own energy. They whisper lies, hoping you'll believe them. But once you recognize these tactics, they can no longer take root in your spirit. The word reminds us, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. Fear only has power where there is ignorance. But you, as a chosen one, do not walk in ignorance, you walk in spiritual truth. This is why your awareness is not just a defense, it is a weapon. It is your sword of light, cutting through the darkness, dismantling deception, and destroying strongholds. The enemy does not fear mere protection, it fears knowledge. It fears the light of God within you. It fears your understanding, because when you understand, you cannot be controlled. When you see through the game, you refuse to play by its rules. And that makes you untouchable. The real reason dark forces tremble at your presence is not just because of the divine shield around you, but because you are no longer blind. You are no longer a puppet in their game. The moment you recognize their tactics, they lose their stronghold. Their strategies unravel. They cannot deceive a mind that is anchored in truth. They cannot control a heart that is guarded by God. They cannot touch a soul that walks in divine purpose. So hear me clearly. You are not vulnerable. You are victorious. You are not a target. You are a threat to every lie, every illusion, and every deceptive scheme that has ever tried to hold you back. The darkness may try, but it cannot win. Because you, chosen one, walk in truth. And the truth, it sends every force of darkness running in fear. If you found these insights eye-opening, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue to uncover the hidden manipulations of darkness and walk in spiritual awareness together. 7. Divine assignment means supernatural reinforcement. Your life is not just an ordinary journey, it is a divine mission, intricately woven into the fabric of spiritual destiny. Unlike those who wander aimlessly through life, unsure of their purpose, you have been chosen, set apart, and sealed with a level of supernatural protection that defies human comprehension. The forces working in your favor are not mere whispers of encouragement, but divine enforcers, angelic warriors, assigned specifically to ensure your path remains aligned with God's plan. While many may feel vulnerable in their struggles, you walk with celestial guardians whose presence is as real as the air you breathe. These are not passive observers. They are active defenders, spiritual sentinels who step in at the precise moment danger arises, shielding you from attacks that would have destroyed anyone else. You are not walking this path alone. The forces of darkness may try to rise against you, but they cannot penetrate the divine seal that covers your life. God Himself has established an impenetrable fortress around you, ensuring that no scheme, no manipulation, no demonic force can alter your destiny. This protection is not conditional. It is a spiritual decree that stands unshaken through every trial, every battle, and every moment of uncertainty. When the enemy attempts to set traps before you, these divine enforcers step in, redirecting your course, turning obstacles into stepping stones, and making sure that what was meant to harm you is transformed into a blessing. You are covered by a supernatural firewall that not even the highest-ranking adversary can breach. Think of these angelic warriors as the ultimate spiritual bouncers, stationed at the gates of your destiny, allowing only the right people, opportunities, and experiences to enter. They are not just blocking negativity, they are actively orchestrating events in your favor, ensuring that every move you make aligns with the divine blueprint designed specifically for you. This means that even when things seem chaotic, When life throws unexpected hardships your way, there is a greater plan at work. What may appear as a delay is often divine redirection, positioning you for something far greater than you could have envisioned. The universe is not working against you. It is moving in harmony with the purpose God has placed over your life. Every challenge you face is met with immediate intervention. You may not always see it, but there is a spiritual battle taking place on your behalf, with forces beyond human understanding ensuring that your mission remains intact. When darkness tries to invade, your celestial warriors stand firm, transforming barriers into breakthroughs. The enemy may attempt to sow confusion, doubt, and fear, but none of it can take root because the power surrounding you is unshakable. Your very existence disrupts the plans of those who operate in darkness because you are a chosen one, marked by divine favor, walking in an extraordinary reality where God's supernatural protection covers every aspect of your life. So when the storms come, when the enemy whispers lies, when it feels like the weight of the world is pressing against you, remember who you are. You are not just another person struggling through life. You are a force to be reckoned with, a chosen vessel fortified by celestial strength. You are divinely equipped to walk through fire and emerge unscathed because the hand of God is upon you. No demon, no adversary, no earthly force can alter what has been ordained for your life. Stand firm in your calling, move forward in confidence, and know that your destiny is sealed with unbreakable, supernatural protection. 8. Your name is spoken in realms you can't see. Your name is not just a combination of letters given to you at birth. It carries a profound spiritual weight that echoes through realms you cannot see. When we say your name is spoken in places beyond human perception, we don't mean it as a poetic phrase. It is a stark reality, a divine truth, and a warning to the forces that thrive in darkness. You are not just another person walking this earth. You are marked by God, chosen, sealed, and shielded by divine protection. The spiritual awakening you have undergone or are stepping into isn't without purpose. It has set you apart, making you a beacon of light in a world filled with hidden battles. The forces of darkness recognize this. They see the spiritual covering over your life, the divine assignment attached to your existence, and the authority placed upon you. And let's be clear, it's not just that they fear you as an individual. They are absolutely terrified of what happens when they try to come against you. Picture this demonic forces gathered in a secretive meeting, whispering your name with hesitation. They are calculating, analyzing, and weighing the risks of making a move against you. They see a glaring warning sign hovering over you, as if written in celestial fire. Divinely protected, proceed at your own peril. They know that touching you means invoking forces far greater than themselves, forces they cannot overpower. You are not a mere human to them. You are someone fortified with divine backing, an impenetrable fortress they dare not breach. To them, you are like a bank wrapped in an unbreakable spiritual shield. They might try to strategize, might even contemplate a small attempt, but ultimately, they know the cost is too high. The moment they attempt to step into your territory, the spiritual consequences are immediate. They understand that to challenge you is to challenge the one who has called and covered you, and that is a battle they will always lose. So, while you may feel unseen or even underestimated by the world, do not be deceived if the enemy is aware of you. But their whispers in the shadows are not filled with power or control over you. Instead, they whisper your name in fear, knowing full well that any attack on you would lead to their own downfall. They know that the forces of heaven will rise in your defense before they can even complete their first move. 9. Your light exposes their darkness. Demons are like cockroaches, thriving in the hidden corners of darkness, feeding on fear, doubt, and confusion. They manipulate, deceive, and distort reality to keep people trapped in a cycle of uncertainty. But the moment a chosen one walks into the room, it's as if a powerful floodlight has been switched on, revealing every deceit, every trick, and every illusion they have ever used to control others. Their power is an illusion, and your very presence exposes the game they play. You are not just another person in this world. You are a spiritual force, a divine beacon of light. It's not about performing grand gestures or making loud declarations. It's about the power of simply being who God created you to be. The truth radiates from you effortlessly, dissolving their carefully crafted lies and stripping away the shadows they hide behind. As Jesus said, "You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden." Matthew 5:14. That light within you is not just for show. It is a divine weapon against darkness, a force that dismantles deception with every step you take. The enemy thrives in secrecy, working from behind the veil to pull the strings of manipulation. But you are the spotlight that brings everything into sharp focus. Their attempts to confuse, to instill fear, or to plant seeds of doubt become meaningless in your presence. Imagine a magician trying to perform an illusion, only for you to pull back the curtain and expose every hidden mechanism behind the trick. Their entire strategy unravels, and all they are left with is their own helplessness. Even the top demon, the highest-ranking force of darkness, knows the truth: he cannot touch you. Why? Because your destiny has been sealed by God with unbreakable spiritual protection. As Romans 8:31 reminds us, if God is for us, who can be against us? The forces of darkness may try, they may hiss and snarl in frustration, but in the end, it's all an act. They cannot harm what has been divinely secured. The authority placed upon you is greater than any scheme they can devise. Your presence alone is enough to unsettle them. They tremble not because of what you do, but because of what you represent: truth, light, and the undeniable power of divine purpose. You walk with a clarity that cannot be clouded by their deceit, a vision that cuts through every illusion. This is why they fear you. This is why they retreat when you step forward. And this is why no weapon formed against you will ever prosper. Isaiah 54:17. Never doubt your role in this world. Your spiritual journey is not just about personal growth, it is a divine mission. Every step you take in truth, every moment you stand firm in faith, reinforces the reality that darkness has no claim over you. When you shine, you don't just light up your path, you remind the entire universe that darkness has already lost. The battle has been won, and you are walking in the victory God has already declared over your life. Are you ready to embrace your light and rise above the darkness? If so, comment below, "I will shine," to affirm your commitment to walking in truth and transformation. Let your light inspire and uplift others. 10. You're a walking rebuke to darkness. You are not merely a person walking through life. You are a chosen vessel, a beacon of spiritual authority, and a living declaration that darkness has no dominion here. Your very existence is like a thunderclap in the stillness of the night, shaking the foundation of everything demonic forces attempt to establish. Even the highest-ranking demons tremble at the mere thought of confronting you, not because of your physical strength, but because of the divine seal upon your life. This seal is unbreakable, forged by God Himself, and it signifies that you are under His impenetrable protection. No force of darkness can override this decree, no curse can penetrate it, and no attack can prevail against it. Your presence alone unsettles the forces of evil, because you embody everything they seek to destroy: faith, love, righteousness, and unshakable spiritual strength. Every breath you take is an act of defiance against the despair and fear they try to spread. Every step you make disrupts their plans. You are a living contradiction to their existence, a reminder that they are not the ultimate authority in this world. And that realization terrifies them. They thrive on fear, manipulation, and chaos. But you thrive on divine truth, and the truth you carry is like a sword that cuts through their deceptions. They know that as long as you walk in alignment with God's purpose, their power is nullified. You don't even have to fight them directly. Your mere presence sends them into retreat, like shadows fleeing from the rising sun. Have you ever considered the sheer magnitude of the spiritual power you carry? It's not just in your actions, but in your very thoughts, your intentions, and the unwavering faith that anchors your soul. When your mind aligns with God's will, it sends shockwaves through the realm of darkness. It's as if a spiritual bomb is detonated in their midst, shattering their carefully constructed strongholds and exposing their frailty. That is why they cannot touch you. They understand that even their most cunning schemes cannot penetrate a heart that is fully surrendered to God. Their greatest fear is that you will fully realize the authority you have been given, that you will wake up each day with the awareness that you are untouchable under God's divine shield. And once you embrace this truth, their influence is dismantled before it even has a chance to take root. You don't need to scream, fight, or even acknowledge their presence. Your light alone is enough to send them scattering. Like roaches fleeing when the lights come on, they have no choice but to withdraw because they cannot compete with the divine truth that radiates from you. You are not an ordinary soul. You are a walking testament to God's power, a constant reminder that the forces of darkness are ultimately powerless. This is why they fear you. This is why they avoid you. And this is why you must never doubt who you are. The moment you accepted God's calling, He sealed your destiny with unbreakable protection. No demon, no weapon, no force of darkness can alter what God has already decreed. Stand firm, chosen one, for you walk under the covering of divine authority, and nothing can change that. Comment below, I shine with divine light, if you are ready to stand boldly against darkness. 11. The fear in their eyes is real. You don't fit the mold. You don't follow the script they're used to manipulating. Most people operate within predictable cycles of fear and failure, but you move on a higher plane, guided by divine wisdom, stepping beyond the reach of their influence. They expect you to fall into the same traps as everyone else, but instead, you break free. It's like they're playing a game of chess, but you're playing by an entirely different set of rules they can't even begin to understand. This throws them into confusion. Their power relies on controlling outcomes by pushing the right emotional buttons: fear, doubt, despair. But what happens when those buttons don't work on you? They're left scrambling, unable to manipulate or predict your next move. They feed on fear, yet you walk in faith. They whisper doubt, yet you stand firm in divine purpose. Instead of reacting to their attempts to shake you, you keep pressing forward with an unshakable spirit. Every time they try to ensnare you in negativity, you rise above it. While others might fall into patterns of self-doubt and hesitation, you stay aligned with a purpose they cannot comprehend. Your mind and spirit operate on a wavelength they cannot tune into, leaving them powerless against you. This isn't just resistance, it's spiritual awakening at its highest level. You're not just immune to their tactics, you render them ineffective. The more they try to decipher you, the more lost they become. They seek an opening, but your soul is fortified by divine protection. They want to lead you astray, but your steps are ordered by a higher power. You don't give them anything to work with because your thoughts, decisions, and actions are aligned with a destiny that has already been sealed by God's unbreakable protection. And that is your greatest shield. You are untouchable because you are beyond their grasp. They can't manipulate what they can't predict. While they struggle to make sense of who you are and what drives you, You have already moved ahead beyond their reach, beyond their control, walking in divine authority. If this message resonates with you, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's uncover the deeper truths behind fear and how we can transcend it together. "12. Your destiny is tied to a greater mission. Chosen ones, you are set apart. There is something within you that makes you untouchable, a divine seal of spiritual protection that no force of darkness can break. Your very presence disrupts the enemy's plans because you do not operate from fear. You walk in faith, anchored in an unshakable peace that transcends all understanding. This is not a peace that comes from worldly comfort or an easy life. In fact, chosen ones often endure more trials than most. But the key difference is this: your peace does not depend on external circumstances. It is deeply rooted in the presence of God within you. Demons thrive on confusion, chaos, and fear. They stir up storms, hoping to pull people into their whirlwind of despair. But you, the chosen one, are different. When they bring the storm, you stand firm, unmoved, like a lighthouse in the middle of raging waves. They expect you to react, to crumble under pressure. But instead, you walk through the fire unburned, through the storm untouched, because your soul is protected by a power far greater than any darkness. This drives them mad. They throw distractions, temptations, and doubts your way, yet nothing seems to shake you. Why? Because your strength does not come from yourself, it comes from the one who created you. "The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge." Psalm 18 verse 2. This is your foundation. No matter what comes against you, you are anchored in God's truth, and that truth makes you immovable. The enemy's strategy is simple: to make you question, to make you doubt, to make you feel like you are losing control. But here's the reality: they can only win if you give in to fear. They cannot touch you unless you let them into your mind, into your heart, into your spirit. And because you are sealed with divine protection, they have no true power over you. The peace within you is not just a defense, it is a weapon. When demons try to shake you and fail, they weaken. Every time they attempt to disrupt your life and you remain steadfast, they lose their grip. Every attack that doesn't work makes them more desperate, and their power over you diminishes. Chosen one, understand this. The more they try to throw you off balance, the stronger you become. The greater their effort, the more unshakable your peace grows. This is not just protection, it is divine empowerment. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. You were created to stand tall, to walk in confidence, to move through life with a strength that cannot be explained, only experienced. So the next time the enemy comes knocking, the next time the storm rages around you, remember who you are. You are chosen. You are protected. You are sealed with unbreakable spiritual security. Let them try, let them scheme, let them attempt to shake you. They will fail because you belong to a higher power, and that power is greater than anything that comes against you. Walk boldly, walk fearlessly, and know that no force of darkness can ever touch the light within you. Are you ready to embrace your greater mission? If so, comment below. I am ready to show your commitment to walking in your true destiny. Let this be the moment you step into your higher calling. As a chosen one, you are divinely protected. No force of darkness can touch you, and no enemy can alter the destiny that God has sealed for you. When God places his unbreakable shield around you, even the top demon must retreat. Walk boldly in your faith, knowing that his hand is upon you, guiding you toward your divine purpose. If this message resonated with you, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Spiritual Wisdom. And be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss our powerful insights on spiritual growth and divine protection. Stay blessed, stay chosen, and we'll see you in the next video. Chosen ones. 7 signs your spiritual energy is scaring people. Your energy introduces you before you even speak. Unknown. Have you ever walked into a room and felt the energy shift around you? Maybe people glance at you with curiosity or even discomfort, without you saying a word. If this sounds familiar, you might be one of the chosen ones, someone with a powerful spiritual presence that others can't ignore. But why does this happen? And what does it mean for your journey? In today's video, we're diving into 7 signs that your spiritual energy is scaring people, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because your light is so strong, it disrupts the illusions others hold on to. If you've ever felt like your energy is too intense for most people, I encourage you to watch till the end and reflect. Have you experienced this before? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. One, your energy creates a ripple effect. Your energy is not confined to your body, it extends outward, influencing not just individuals, but the collective consciousness. Whether you recognize it or not, you are shifting energies, dissolving illusions, and awakening the sleeping souls around you. Your very presence serves as a reminder that there is more to this existence than meets the eye, and for some, that realization is unsettling. Those who have grown comfortable in their illusions may feel exposed in your presence, as if an unseen light is illuminating aspects of themselves they are not ready to confront. Your spiritual essence challenges the status quo, subtly urging people to step into authenticity, whether they are prepared for it or not. This is why some individuals may act distant, irritated, or even defensive around you, even though you've done nothing but simply exist. Despite this, you must trust that your energy is creating change, even if you don't see immediate results. Transformation is often a slow, internal process, and not everyone will acknowledge the influence you have had on them. But rest assured, the seeds you plant in the hearts and minds of those you encounter are growing beneath the surface. Some will resist at first, but eventually they may look back and realize how your presence sparked their journey of self-discovery. Your light is not meant to be dimmed to make others comfortable. You were not placed in this world to fit in, but to stand out, to awaken, to heal, and to inspire. Even when it seems like people are pulling away or reacting negatively, understand that this is merely a reflection of the deep spiritual impact you are having. Your energy is a catalyst, and catalysts are rarely welcomed with open arms at first. So continue to walk your path with confidence and unwavering faith. Your journey is not about seeking approval or validation from others. It is about fulfilling your divine purpose. Let your light shine unapologetically, knowing that even when the effects are not visible, they are undoubtedly profound. Stay true to your mission, for the world needs souls like yours to awaken and shift the energy of humanity. You are a vessel of transformation, a beacon for those who are ready, and a signpost for those who are lost. Trust the process, embrace your power, and know that your energy is doing exactly what it was meant to do: ignite change. Do you believe that your energy creates a ripple effect? If you do, declare it boldly in the comments. My energy spreads light and positivity. 2. Owning your power makes others uncomfortable. One sign that your spiritual energy unsettles people is that they find you intimidating, even if you've done nothing to provoke them. Your aura carries wisdom, strength, and a presence that makes people second-guess themselves. They may label you as arrogant, distant, or too much, simply because you do not conform to their expectations. Another sign is that people may project negativity onto you without cause. You'll notice that some individuals become defensive, even hostile, in your presence because your energy calls them to a higher state of awareness, and that can be uncomfortable for those who resist growth. You might also experience isolation, as your energy naturally repels those who are not aligned with your path. Friendships may fade, relationships may shift, and you may find yourself walking alone at times. But understand this: solitude is not a punishment, it is preparation. You may also see people trying to discredit or diminish you. When your spiritual awakening threatens the status quo, some will attempt to dismiss your wisdom, mock your beliefs, or make you doubt your own power. This is a tactic of those who fear change. Another sign is that people often seek your guidance, yet struggle to accept it. They recognize that you carry something profound, but the truth you reveal challenges them too deeply. At times, your kindness may be mistaken for weakness, as people struggle to comprehend the balance between your compassion and your strength. You may also sense a deep, inexplicable resistance from certain individuals, people who seem to oppose you without reason. This happens when their spirit recognizes the shift your presence brings before their mind even understands it. Despite these challenges, you must never dim your light. You are not here to fit in. You are here to rise, to awaken, and to lead. Growth is not for the faint-hearted, and not everyone is ready to step into their higher self. But those who are meant to walk with you will find you, and they will cherish the wisdom and light you offer. Your path may not be easy, but it is divine. Continue to stand firm in your truth, knowing that your energy is not meant to please the world, but to transform it. Your spiritual awakening is a gift. Embrace it, honor it, and never apologize for it. Comment below, "I stand in my power unapologetically," if you're ready to embrace your strength, no matter who it makes uncomfortable. 3. You either attract or repel people. Your energy is not just ordinary, it carries a power that either draws people in or pushes them away, and there is no in-between. Some will be naturally captivated by your presence, sensing a rare authenticity in you, while others will feel an unexplainable discomfort, as if standing too close to a fire that reveals truths they'd rather ignore. Your very existence challenges their comfort zones, and not everyone is ready for that. The way you express yourself, your words, your actions, your silence, has a way of unsettling those who cling to illusions of security and the familiar. Some may dislike you without understanding why, and it's not because of something you've done. It's because your energy disturbs their false sense of stability. When you walk into a room, you carry an unshakable presence, and that alone is enough to make certain people uneasy. Carl Jung once said, "People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own soul." And this explains why some may reject you without cause. It's not about you, it's about the mirror you hold up to them, reflecting the parts of themselves they have buried. As a chosen one, your spiritual energy acts as a catalyst. You don't just live life passively. You ignite change in those around you, whether they want it or not. Some will admire you for this, finding inspiration in the way you move, the way you speak, and the way you carry yourself with an air of quiet confidence. Others, however, will resist you with everything they have, because your very presence disrupts their carefully constructed illusions. When you express your truth boldly and unapologetically, it forces people to question their own. Many would rather stay asleep than wake up to the discomfort of self-awareness. They sense the depth of your soul, the way you see through facades, and that can be terrifying for those who have spent their lives hiding from their own truth. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once wrote, "And those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music." You are dancing to a rhythm that others cannot yet perceive, and because of that, they may judge you, fear you, or even resent you. But here's the truth. Your energy is not meant to be diluted to make others comfortable. You are not here to fit into small spaces or dim your light so that others can avoid their shadows. You were given this presence, this essence, this ability to express yourself in a way that shakes souls for a reason. You are here to awaken, to transform, and to be a force of spiritual evolution. So if you find people reacting strongly to your energy, whether in admiration or resistance, understand that it is simply a reflection of their own journey, not a judgment of who you are. Some will be drawn to you because they are ready to awaken, and others will turn away because they are not. Either way, stand firm in your truth, knowing that your energy is doing exactly what it was meant to do. As Rumi wisely said, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." If your presence stirs discomfort in others, perhaps it is the first step toward their healing. Keep shining, keep expressing, and never shrink yourself to make others feel at ease. Leave a like and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to activate the notification bell so you never miss powerful insights like this. Keep attracting the right people into your life. Type in the comments, "I attract meaningful and uplifting connections." 4. Your presence is unexplainable. If you've ever noticed that people behave strangely around you, avoid eye contact, or seem uneasy in your presence, it may not be because of something you've done, but rather because of the energy you carry. Your spirit radiates a force that many cannot comprehend, and for those who are not aligned with their own truth, this can be deeply unsettling. Without speaking, you command an atmosphere. The moment you walk into a space, something changes, whether it's an unexplainable calmness, an overwhelming sense of intensity, or a feeling that makes people take a step back. This isn't about intimidation, it's about spiritual presence. Your energy is like a mirror, reflecting people's hidden fears and insecurities back at them. Those who have been running from their own truths might feel exposed when they're around you. They may not even understand why, but deep inside, their spirit recognizes something profound in you, something they're either drawn to or deeply afraid of. As a result, they may avoid eye contact, fidget uncomfortably, or even find excuses to leave the conversation. It's not personal, it's energetic. People who are spiritually unaware or consumed by ego often struggle in your presence because they sense something beyond the material world, a depth they cannot articulate. Your energy silently challenges falsehood, pretenses, and facades, which can make those living in self-deception feel uneasy. This discomfort doesn't mean you are unapproachable. It simply means your existence requires people to confront their own inner world, whether they are ready or not. Many chosen ones find that despite their good intentions, they are often misunderstood. Some may label them as too intense or too different, simply because they do not fit into the superficiality that dominates most social interactions. Your presence carries an unshakable authenticity, and in a world full of masks, that kind of raw truth can be intimidating. But never dim your light for the comfort of others. Those who are meant to connect with you will appreciate your energy, while those who are not yet ready for spiritual depth will naturally distance themselves. That is the nature of spiritual growth. Some will rise with you, while others will resist. The key is to embrace your presence fully, knowing that your energy is not meant to be understood by everyone. It is meant to awaken, to challenge, and to inspire. If you feel the unexplainable presence of God surrounding you right now, type, "God, I feel you," in the comments. Let His presence fill your heart. 5. Your intuition is sharp and unnerving. Your intuition is one of your greatest gifts, a powerful force that guides you through life with a deep sense of knowing. You don't just listen to what people say, you perceive the truth behind their words, their emotions, and even the energy they carry. It's as if you have an inner radar that picks up on things others miss, sensing dishonesty, hidden intentions, or even suppressed emotions before anyone speaks them aloud. This level of awareness can be unnerving to those around you because most people operate on surface-level interactions, hiding parts of themselves behind social masks. When they realize that you can see beyond their facades, they may feel exposed or even intimidated. Some might become defensive, avoiding prolonged eye contact or deflecting conversations because your presence makes them feel vulnerable. Others may admire your wisdom, but still find it difficult to be completely open with you. The more you trust your intuition and act on it, the more powerful your spiritual energy becomes. Your insights grow sharper, and your ability to navigate life with clarity strengthens, making it even more challenging for those who rely on illusions and pretenses to be around you. This heightened sense of perception is not something to suppress or apologize for. It is part of your spiritual awakening. The world often conditions people to ignore their inner knowing in favor of external validation. But you have broken free from that illusion. You trust the signals your soul sends, recognizing when a situation feels off, even when there's no logical explanation for it. You notice subtle changes in people's body language, the hesitation in their voices, and the energy shifts in a room before anyone else does. Some may call it a gut feeling. But for you, it's much more than that. It's an inner compass guiding you toward truth and away from deception. Your presence challenges others to confront their own truths, and that can be uncomfortable for those who are not yet ready to face themselves. But here's the lesson. Your gift is not a burden, nor is it something to be hidden to make others feel comfortable. The world needs more people who see with clarity, who move with authenticity, and who operate from a place of deep inner wisdom. While some may shy away from your energy, those who are meant to be in your life will recognize and appreciate the depth of your insight. Your intuition is a divine tool, sharpening your ability to discern people, situations, and opportunities with precision. Instead of doubting yourself, embrace this spiritual power. Trust that you were chosen for a reason to illuminate truth, to bring clarity where there is confusion, and to guide yourself and others toward higher awareness. Your ability to see through illusions is not meant to alienate you, but to position you as a beacon of wisdom in a world that desperately needs it. The more you embrace your gift, the more aligned you become with your spiritual purpose. So stand firm in your knowing, honor your intuition, and continue walking the path of your awakening with confidence. If this message has resonated with you today, leave a comment of faith. I trust my God-given intuition. He is guiding me with wisdom and clarity. 6. You don't conform to societal norms. You stand apart from the crowd, not because you try to be different, but because your spirit refuses to conform to the rigid expectations of society. You question rules that others follow blindly, and this unsettles those who are conditioned to accept life as it is without deeper thought. Your presence alone challenges the way people have been taught to think, behave, and exist, and for some, this is deeply uncomfortable. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." When you express your thoughts openly, when you refuse to comply with outdated traditions that no longer serve the higher good, people may accuse you of being difficult, of overcomplicating matters that they prefer to leave untouched. But what they see as making things complicated is, in reality, a profound awakening, a call to rethink, to evolve, to break free from the invisible chains of societal conditioning. Your spiritual energy radiates in a way that cannot be ignored, and this alone can be intimidating. Most people are comfortable living within the parameters they were given, never daring to challenge the status quo. When they encounter someone like you, someone who sees beyond the illusion, who questions authority, who demands truth over comfort, their instinctive reaction is resistance. But remember, every great thinker, every revolutionary, every enlightened soul in history was once met with the same resistance. Socrates was condemned for encouraging people to think critically. Jesus was crucified for challenging religious hypocrisy, and Galileo was shunned for revealing scientific truths that defied conventional belief. The discomfort you evoke in others is not a sign that you are wrong. It is a sign that you are necessary. You see the world through a different lens, one that refuses to accept things simply because that's how they've always been. Your spiritual energy does not allow you to fit neatly into the boxes that society has built. And that expression of individuality can be unsettling for those who have never dared to color outside the lines. As Friedrich Nietzsche put it, and those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. Your perspective is different because you are attuned to a deeper frequency, and those who do not yet understand that rhythm may perceive you as a disruption. But your role is not to make people comfortable. Your role is to awaken. While some may distance themselves from you out of fear or misunderstanding, remember that the most powerful souls in history have walked this path before you. The light of truth often casts shadows, and those shadows can cause discomfort to those still hiding from their own awakening. But this is not your burden to carry. Your purpose is not to fit in, but to rise above. Those who are ready to receive your wisdom will gravitate toward you in time, and those who resist are simply not prepared for the transformation you represent. Keep questioning, keep expressing, keep challenging, for it is through voices like yours that real change begins. Stay connected with our Golden Mindset community by subscribing to our channel. Here, we embrace the beauty of standing apart, living with purpose, and walking the path God has set for us. Remember, you are not called to conform, but to transform, living boldly in His truth and grace. 7. You are often misunderstood. There comes a time in every chosen one's journey when they realize that their energy is not just different, it is powerful. If you've ever felt like people pull away from you, struggle to understand you, or even react to your presence with discomfort, you may be carrying a spiritual frequency that is beyond the ordinary. This energy is not something you intentionally project. Rather, it radiates from within, shaped by your spiritual awareness, wisdom, and inner transformation. While this can sometimes lead to loneliness, misunderstanding, or even rejection, it is also an undeniable sign that you are walking a path that few dare to tread. The world has always misunderstood those who think, feel, and see beyond the surface. If you resonate with this, understand that you are not alone. You are simply ahead of your time. People often call you too intense or too sensitive because they struggle to comprehend the depth of your awareness. Your presence carries a vibration that operates at a higher frequency, making those who are unprepared for such energy feel overwhelmed or even unsettled. This isn't because there's something wrong with you. Rather, it's because your spirit reflects a level of consciousness that not everyone is ready to embrace. Imagine being a lighthouse in the middle of a storm. Your light is meant to guide, but some will be blinded by its brightness. Many people live in a world of distractions, numbed by routine and conditioned thinking, so when they encounter someone who radiates authenticity, wisdom, and profound spiritual depth, they either admire it from a distance or reject it outright. The discomfort they feel is not about you, it is about them. It is their own resistance to change, their own fear of what they do not understand. This higher vibration can sometimes lead to loneliness. And if you've ever found yourself feeling isolated, take heart. It's not because you don't belong, but because you are set apart for something greater. Throughout history, those who have carried deep spiritual wisdom have often walked alone. Prophets, visionaries, and spiritual leaders have all faced rejection and misunderstanding because their energy disrupted the norm. They were ahead of their time, speaking truths that only future generations would fully grasp. You, too, may find that your words, your thoughts, and even your presence provoke reactions you did not expect. But this is not a reason to shrink or conform. Instead, it is confirmation that you are walking a path meant for the awakened. Your energy is a beacon that calls to those who are ready, even if they do not yet realize it. So, when people struggle to understand you, or even pull away, do not take it as a sign to dim your light. Instead, see it as a reminder that you are growing beyond the limitations of the world around you. The discomfort others feel is merely the growing pains of awakening, either their own or yours. And while this journey may at times feel lonely, remember that being ahead of your time means you are paving the way for others to follow. Your energy is not a burden, it is a gift. Keep walking in your truth, for those who are meant to understand will, in time, recognize the light within you. If you often feel misunderstood, know that God sees and understands you completely. Comment, "God understands me," if you believe in His love and wisdom. Your words might encourage someone who needs to hear this today. The journey of a chosen one is not always easy, but remember, your spiritual energy is a gift. It sets you apart, it elevates you, and it calls you to a higher purpose. If people find your presence intimidating, it's because your light is shining too brightly for their comfort. But don't dim it. Keep walking your path with confidence, faith, and wisdom. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like this video, share it with others who might need to hear it, and subscribe to Spiritual Wisdom for more powerful insights. And be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos. Stay strong, stay enlightened, and keep embracing your divine journey. See you in the next video.